Finally, finally, they ended their 4 game losing streak, and hopefully, this is the beginning of a right track for the Florida Panthers. Oh, thank God. This was a good game from start to finish. For the Panthers, 3 out of 5 were special teams goals, and that is exactly what I love to see. Actually, if that's correct, 4 out of 6 goals in general are special teams. So, it's going to be a quick breeze through. Before we go any further, we do like to acknowledge a few former Panthers that are now in the Toronto Maple Leafs uniforms. One of them is their goaltender, Anthony Stolarz. He was our backup goaltender for the Florida Panthers. He is their starter tonight against Sergei Bobrovsky. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, who signed the deal with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and Steven Lorentz, who also signed with the Toronto Maple Leafs, all came back and had their tribute in Florida. Welcome back to Florida. It's unfortunate that you chose to go to our division rival, but hopefully you're happy there anyway, as the Florida Panthers took care of business tonight. There was a immediate call against Matthew Tkachuk for a roughing against Connor Dewar. Toronto goes on the power play. Now, I should point out there's 2 Nylanders on that team. There's Alexander Nylander and there's William Nylander. I think they're brothers. I think they are brothers. I think they're brothers playing the same team. So Alexander Nylander would try to tips in, but Bobrovsky saw it and saves it. And Mitch Marner with a snapshot that was saved by Bobrovsky, and that penalty would be killed off before AJ Greer tries to do a little shorty deflection, but that was saved by Stolarz. Grebenkin for a board against Balinskis. That looked like a pretty nasty penalty. Thankfully, Balinskis is okay. Florida goes on the power play, and they were really strong in this power play. Aaron Ekblad tries to wrist shot, but that was saved by Stolarz. Aaron Ekblad again tries a snapshot at this time to Stolarz, but Stolarz saved it. Followed by a Matthew Tkachuk tip in, but that was saved by Anthony Stolarz. But that puck had to go in eventually. That power play was looking really good. And it eventually did go into the back net. It went past Stolarz. He is assisted by Carter Verhaeghe. That's his 11th assist. And Aaron Ekblad's 10th assist of the season. And off the snapshot, it is our captain. Oh, captain, my captain, Alexander Barkov. That's his 5th goal of the season. And then he jumps up for the Panthers, 1-0. But 50 seconds later, another goal by the Florida Panthers. He is assisted and really great effort by Los Serenen. Los Serenen picks up the puck, and he earns his 5th assist of the season. He gives it to Mackie Samsakevich, and he buries it with a really quick snapshot to the back of net past Stolarz. He got his 4th goal of the season, and I'm so happy that Mackie is starting to shoot some pucks more, and he's starting to get some goals in. Really, a great play by Los Serenen, but a better finish by Samsakevich. I'm really happy with that. And just like that, the Panthers lead this 2-0. And they have control of this game. Morgan Riley tries to wrist up, but Bobrovsky has it. A couple of hits from there and there. Ekman-Larsson gets blocked by Los Serenen. Morgan Riley again. Ekman-Larsson tries to snapshot it. Gustav Forsling against Stolarz. Then it looked like a pretty good period for the Florida Panthers. No stress at all. Then we go to the second period. First shot on target in the second period came from Morgan Riley with the wrist shot, but Bobrovsky, of course, has it. Nicholas Robertson with that tries the backhand, but Bobrovsky has it. Bobrovsky playing absolutely fantastic goaltending, including the big save that happened in the first period, maybe in the second period, that his stick got loose and he still got a save. So that's what you call it really good rebounds for the Panthers. It really is. Um, but 8 minutes into, a lot of shots were being blocked. Sam Bennett tried to snap shot, but Stolarz will have it. But Matthew Tkachuk, as he was being grabbed by the Maple Leaf player, he gets called for goaltending, for interference against the goaltender, against Anthony Stolarz. I understand this. I get it. They're on the blue Chris. You know, his hand or forearm or the elbow got the helmet of Anthony Stolarz. So he goes to the box, Matthew Tkachuk. Again. But in Toronto's power play, they only got one shot on target in this power play, which was Alexander Nylander's wrist shot, but that was saved by Bobrovsky, and that penalty is killed off. Duar's wrist shot happened after the penalty expired. Connor Timmins gets called for a hook against Jesper Boquist. Florida goes on the power play, and that power play is killed off. They were missing a couple of shots, but nothing to talk about with that power play. Belinskis, after the penalty, was a wrist shot saved by Stolarz. So still 2-0 at this point. Evan Rodriguez, after the John Tavares wrist shot, he was holding Tavares as John Tavares was trying to wrist shot against Bobrovsky, which was saved by Bobrovsky. But Rodriguez was guilty of a hold. But I think Gabriel's still celebrating the Panthers win. Anyway, Toronto goes on the power play. There was a terrible turnover by Toronto. Barkov steals the puck from Toronto, and he's done it. I don't remember if there was a record like this. I think there is. But once again, this duo is the most dangerous, lethal duo in the NHL. There's no stopping them. Barkov takes the puck away, and he gives it to Sam Reinhart, and Sam Reinhart snaps it home. He gets his fourth shorthanded goal of the season and his 17th goal of the season for the Panthers. His 17th goal of the season, Barkov's 16th assist of the season, to make it 3-0 Florida. 3-0 Florida. And like I said, Rhino's fourth shorthanded goal of the season. Incredible. He's incredible. I don't know how else to say it. I sound like a broken record. So, Toronto's pissed. John Tavares tries to backhand, but it hit the crossbar. And then Grebbenkin, if I butcher, I apologize. He also hits the crossbar. John Tavares with a snapshot that was saved by Bobrovsky. Toronto knocking on the door, and then they kick the door down, unfortunately. It's Mitch Marner with his 9th goal of the season off the wrist shot. Mitch Marner gets on the board for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and it's now 3-1 Florida at this point. So, yeah, of course it's Marner, but nothing too crazy about it as we go to the third period leading 3-1. So 3-1 going into the third. Panthers look very confident. I'm not very confident in the Panthers that they could finish this off against the Toronto Maple Leafs, who are, by the way, leading the division, Atlanta division right now. So Florida, complete control in the third period. There will be a penalty for a high stick against Evan Rodriguez. Connor Timmins for a high stick against Florida. It will be a 2-minute minor. They got nothing out of this power play, so that penalty is killed off. And then William Nylander with a really, really uncharacteristic move and a dirty penalty. I should say this. Dirty penalty on William Nylander. They call this a high stick. And then this is the double minor against Nate Schmidt. Nate Schmidt gets up here with a high stick, or claiming a high stick, and because he was bleeding, which thankfully he's okay after that. It could have been much more dangerous. It was a dangerous hit and a dangerous penalty, but a double minor because there was blood. William Nylander goes in the box for at least 3 minutes, and I'll explain it for a second. But this is not a high stick. This feels more like a cross check up in the face of Nate Schmidt. Crappy penalty to do from Toronto, especially when they're down. This feels like a frustration hit on the Panthers, and that is a POS thing to do, if you want my opinion. William Nylander deserved to go to that box for 4 minutes. And the Panthers made them pay big time. So it's 4-1. Edwin Rodriguez has his 6th assist of the season. Sam Bennett's 11th assist of the season. And off the wrist shot, how does he get that accuracy is beyond me. He went just below above crossbar into that corner of Anthony Stolarz, and you got it. It's swaggy. With his 6th goal of the season, there it is. Your typical third period goal for Carter Verhaeghe. Looks like it's back to normal. So he makes it 4-1 for the Panthers, and looking very confident. I think I had a good feeling we're gonna win this game. Toronto looking to try to get one up, and they just could not get past Bobrovsky. And at this point, they had no choice but to pull out Anthony Stolarz, and it did not work. As Sam Bennett would finish the game off, he is assisted by Matthew Tkachuk, who limped off the ice, but he did come back, thankfully, so nothing significant there. He is assisted by Matthew Tkachuk, that's his 11th assist, and Carter Verhaeghe's 12th assist of the season. Wrist shot, Sam Bennett with an empty net goal, his 10th goal of the season to make it 5-1, and that is all she wrote. Final score of this game, 5-1, Florida against the Toronto Maple Leafs, and the Florida Panthers losing streak comes to an end, and Toronto Maple Leafs winning streak does come to an end as well. They had a 4-game winning streak coming into this game. Florida with a 4-game losing streak coming into this game. So the streaks came to an end. The good and bad. Both teams even out with 24 shots on target, which means Bobrovsky saved 23 out of 24 from Toronto. 28 hits for Florida, which is significant considering that Kulikov actually broke the franchise record of hits. 19 hits for Toronto, 37 faceoff wins for Toronto. Florida with 28 faceoff wins. 5 power play opportunities for Florida. They got 2. And 3 power play opportunities for Toronto. They got 1 with Mitch Marner. 1 shorthanded goal from Florida, which you know who it is. It's Sam Reinhart. 11 block shots for Florida. 20 block shots for Toronto. Both teams have 7 takeaways. Florida gave away the puck 14 times, while Toronto gave away the puck 11 times. And stars of the game, nothing, no surprise there. It's Barkov with one star, with 1 goal and 1 assist. Mackie Sansokevich gets 2 stars with 1 goal. And 3 stars goes to Sergei Bobrovsky with 23 saves with .958 save percentage. And the Panthers finally end their losing streak, and they go to Raleigh, North Carolina. A big match against the Carolina Hurricanes up at Raleigh to play against them at 3 o'clock face-off. A pretty early game on Black Friday to play against the Carolina Hurricanes. Carolina looking really good this season. They are, at this time of recording, are 16-5-1. They just beat the Rangers tonight, 4-3. Going up to Raleigh, North Carolina is never easy. They have to figure out a way to channel and keep the momentum heading into Raleigh against the Carolina Hurricanes. This is a dangerous team. This is a very dangerous team, and hopefully the Panthers can figure it out. And we're definitely gonna have some social media feud. But that's gonna do it for this one, folks. If you have enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content because Miami TVG guys are back. And what he does, hit me right there with the entertainment you deserve. This is Miami TVG, and signing up, folks. Everybody, have a great Thanksgiving tomorrow. I will see you guys possibly tomorrow night. Pretty late tomorrow night, so most likely midnight on Friday. Thursday going into Friday, as if I do the Dolphins recap. All right, big game tomorrow for the Miami Dolphins, as I'm looking forward to it. Kill the narratives, like I said on the Monday preview. All right, that's going to do it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Everyone, have a good night. Good night.